Your hands ache, your knees hurt, your back burns. Is any of this sounding familiar to you? Well, if so, you may have one of the most common forms of joint pain. It's called osteoarthritis. Now, while there's no cure for the disease, there is hope. And today on Delmarva Life, Dancing with the Stars pro Louis Van Amstel shows us some simple steps that you can take to ease the pain.
Well, people hunt every day here on Delmarva. For some, it's a way of life. So imagine the shock when one woman started being harassed after she got her biggest trophy kill of all time. See how this picture brought her a mountain of trouble and the story of how she's not backing down.
Well, somebody else that's not backing down, cyber thieves. Every day we're hearing a new story of people's private information being compromised. Obviously, that leaves us feeling vulnerable. Now, what if I told you these thieves are even going so far as to listen in on your baby device? Coming up, we're going to get expert advice on how to stay protected.
Well, there is nothing like the protective feel of your bed, especially on those gray, lazy days. But does your mattress have you running away instead of jumping in? We have the signs you need to look for to determine when you need a new mattress and what medicinal purpose it could serve.
So we are just about a month away from a lot of college graduations. It's a time of hope. It's a time of joy. And for some, it's a time of fear. We're going to help you navigate the latest industry trends and share some of the biggest faux pas that new grads make and should ultimately avoid.
And a new outfit is what many of us look for when it comes to preparing for that new job, but some of us simply don't have the money to shell out for new threads. We have an alternative place for you to consider that'll leave you feeling good and looking professionally ready. Delmarva Life starts right now. Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
I was not okay with what we had this morning, not even a little bit. I go out to my car. I know I'm starting the show by complaining, but I don't think I'm alone. I had blossoms and snow and ice all mixed together on my car. Pear blossoms, and it just was wrong.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we had a little bit of ice. Take a look at this picture. This was sent to us from Milton, Delaware. You can see the temperature there. It's hovering around 30 degrees. And if you look in the background, you can see on the roof, there you have some snow. That's from Gloria Mills.
You know, I would like to say that the morning show this morning, Brian Keene never said that word.
No.
Because when it turned warm, he said, I'm never going to say it again until later this fall. We went the entire show this morning talking about sleet, frozenness, anything but that word. So.
Yeah, right. I don't like that word either anymore.
Well, some good news for you depending on how you look at it. There could be some great sales coming up because another store on Delmarva is closing its doors. This is the Sears store in Seaford. Later on this summer, they're going to be shutting down. That news comes on the heels of a recent announcement that Dover Kmart is also going to close their doors this summer. 72 employees all told are going to be out of work when that store is closed. So there are currently 30 employees at the Seaford store, so they'll also be out of work in a few months. Now, both stores are going to be holding sales within the next couple of weeks to get ready for the closures. The sale at Sears begins April 25th. I think the Dover Kmart starts on the 27th. So best wishes to everybody there getting some more work.
Hopefully everyone can find a new job.
Yeah.
Well, Vernon Powell Shoes recently welcomed Vera Bradley brand ambassador Joan Bradley Reedy. She's the daughter of Vera Bradley. She was at the store, and VP Shoes presented Reedy with a donation of $1,000 for the Vera Bradley Foundation for Breast Cancer. Friends and family of VP Shoes donated $5 for each Vera Bradley Zip ID. Over several weeks, 100% of the donations went to the foundation. Now, Vera Bradley Foundation for Breast Cancer was started in 1998 and to date has received over $20 million in contributions.
I hate to be a guy, but I had to have you explain to me what a
Zip ID was. You had the little purse where you put your ID in. And
now I know. Okay, still looking for an Easter egg hunt? Pocomoke City Police Department's going to take care of you. The 12th annual Easter egg hunt is this weekend for kids 2 to 10. Bring a basket or a bag for your treats. There will be refreshments served. It's going to be Saturday, 19th. Going to be at noon at Cypress Park. Stop by, a lot of fun.
Lots of fun. We talk about Plein air, is that how you
Plein
say
air?
it?
Plein
Plein
air?
air,
Plein
but
air, yeah,
isn't it
right.
plein air? Didn't we have that discussion
yeah, we
once
did.
before? And we can't figure out how we ended it. Well, Snow Hill will hold its annual plein air event this weekend. They have 70 artists gathering in the downtown area for the relaxed, non-competitive painting event. Artists will travel from all over the Mid-Atlantic region to gather in Snow Hill. And what they do is they paint outdoors on location. Now, this is the 11th year for the Eastern Shore's first ever plein air event. New this year is the wet paint show and preview sale on Saturday evening. That's April 19th at 6 p.m. Patrons will have the chance to give the paint Snow Hill paintings that have been created over the last 3 days.
Right.
They'll have a chance to actually buy them off of the easels. And then the show on Sunday for the public is April 20th. It'll be held from 1 to 4 p.m. with free admission at the Old Firehouse on Green Street. Plein air is an expression, which means in the open. The popularity of painting has endured into the 21st century with plein air events all over
And they're neat.
the world. They are.
They are very neat. If you haven't been to one, you need to go. Another one you need to go to.
You need to go to this one.
I need to go to this one. It's another art event. This one's in Milford. Painter Paul Rendell is going to discuss his work with the Air Force Art Program during April's third Thursday presentation. It's called Come Fly With Us. It's going to be held at the Maspilian Art League. I don't know why this tickles me so much, but Lisa knew that it would. Third Thursday is a free monthly program that allows the community to learn about the arts in areas that they might not be familiar with. And I don't know why, but yeah, I think that would be absolutely spectacular. It's tomorrow night. Come Fly With Us begins at 6:30. It's going to be at the Riverwalk Center for the Arts in Milford.
I know where you'll be tomorrow night.
I think I might be. Just that one, look at that one, looked absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, that was just one. Well, the Coastal Hospice Hats for Hospice Party is also coming up on Kentucky Derby Saturday, which is May 3rd. It'll be at the home of Bob and Sandy Esham on the Pocomoke River in Salisbury. This is the third year Coastal Hospice has hosted the Hats for Hospice Party. The past two events have raised over $15,000 for charity care. The cost to attend is $60 per person, and reservations should be made by April 28th.
So be sure to get your word in.
Yeah.
We're talking art here, and I know this is a little bit of a stretch, but to me this is kind of like art. There's a 3-story mansion at the corner of Division and South State Streets in Dover. It's being renovated to house law offices. Built in 1869, this is the Dr. Henry Ridgely House. It's actually listed on the National Register of Historic Places through the Victorian Dover Historic District. The reason this is a big deal is when they had it built, it was with this famous Italian Victorian style. So it really is a beautiful building.
It's gorgeous.
The law firm bought it for $340,000. They think it's going to cost about the same to get it renovated. And one of the neat things about it is it's got this, it's a 3-story house, but look, if you look at that, there's a 5-story tower there.
Yeah.
Here's why that's neat. When he had it built, it allowed Dr. Ridgely to look across the city of Dover to his ancestral home of Eden Hill.
How neat.
I just thought that was cool.
That is neat.
Neat stuff. So if
Yeah.
you haven't seen it, be sure to look.
All right.
So good news if you're a car fan. Yes.
Jimmy.
The last of the Great 8 I know, this breaks your heart to look at it. This is the last of the Great 8 Corvettes that were pulled from the depths of the 40 by 60 foot sinkhole that opened up underneath the National Corvette Museum in Kentucky. You can't even tell what it is.
I know.
What it is a 2001 Mallet Hammer Z06, one of two. Its whereabouts were initially unknown. After the sinkhole opened up, they finally found it. Yeah, it'll buff out. Little
Just
wax.
A little needs help.
You'll never know the difference.
Did you get your taxes filed,
Not
done,
complete.
everything?
I'm not all finished.
Oh, no. Well, hopefully you're feeling better this afternoon after getting your taxes done, if you did them. With that in mind, let's take a look at the top 5 oddest local taxes according to Bloomberg.com. In 2005, Arkansas imposed a 6% tattoo tax that applies to tattoos, body piercings, and electrolysis.
Do you have to pay for that every year, I wonder? In Alabama, they've got a playing card tax, 10 cents per pack for all decks of 54 cards or less. The seller pays a $1 fee and an extra $3 for the license.
And in Maine, there's a blueberry tax to prevent over-harvesting. Since Maine produced 99% of all the nation's blueberries, the state collects $1.50 for every 100 pounds sold.
Okay, go with me on this one. In Texas, there is a poll tax for each of the over 200 strip clubs.
Oh,
Each
my
customer pays
goodness.
a $5 tax, and since it went into effect in 2007, it's generated over $15 million for the state of Texas.
And finally, in New York, there's an 8-cent charge for altered bagels, which includes sliced, toasted, and served with a schmear. A loaf of sliced bread, however, at the bakery is tax-free.
You're going to pay for your bagel.
Still ahead on Delmarva Live, put on your dancing shoes. You've seen him on Dancing with the Stars, and so you think you can dance. Up next, Louis Van Amstel joins us to show us a few dance moves that are not only fun, but can go a long way in keeping our joints and bones strong.
There are dance moves that can help in the fight against osteoarthritis, the most common form of arthritis, and millions of people have it. We're going to learn more about the disease, how to spot it, and what you can do about it.
From protecting your health to protecting your identity. We know that logging online can put you at risk of a cyber attack, but now crooks are even targeting baby monitors and televisions. We'll find out how.
Also going to find out how to land a job, whether you're in college looking to pay off some bills or just looking for your first job. We'll give you some advice that will have you bringing in a paycheck in no time.
And maybe you can't afford a proper outfit for that job interview. Women dressing women can help. We'll learn about this new program on Delmarva that can help you dress for success. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.